What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I hope you're all having yourselves a great Friday. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and look, we've got some fantastic news for you. We've been talking about it for a while, but it becomes official, so we're going to talk all about it. And you guys were asking me who I thought would be the person to be let go, and well, it is that person, but in a different way than just being released. So we're going to talk about all of that stuff and then look at the updated roster and the reserves list so you can see everything that's going on with the Eagles. I see, it's week 17 and people are still asking who players are and don't know. And it's, hey, man, I wish they would tune in. You could get all the information you ever needed every single day. But to each their own. For those of you sickos who are tuning in here who love everything Eagles, let's jump right into this bad boy. And we know that this was going to happen. He did not have a game status designation yesterday, so we knew he'd be coming off. And I talked about, what he would do for this team, months ago when everybody was saying, the season's over, we got to fire everyone, cut everyone. I've been trying to get people on board with the Eagles because Avonte Maddox will come back. Darius Slay will come back. Zach Cunningham, all of these pieces that people seem to forget. But, hey, let them keep sleeping. I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm predicting everyone becomes the biggest Eagles fan ever very shortly. Now, in that corresponding move, we talked about it. It is indeed Albert Okwuegbunam. Yeah, Alberto. So, look, I didn't even, take the time to learn his name. That's how much of an impact he had here. And look, we talked about it. He was the most likely candidate. And then all of a sudden, Friday, he ends up on the injury report with a hamstring issue. Yeah, I knew exactly what was going down there. I told you guys, look, he's getting placed on IR. That is exactly what happened. So there's your roster spot. Didn't have to release anybody. Alberto there on IR now. So look, if they want to keep him around, he doesn't have to go through the waiver process, anything like that now. So, all right, we'll see what he does next offseason. If they want to bring him back, whatever, we'll see. But those were the moves that were made. Now let's take a look how that changed things for the reserve list and this depth chart here. Let's look at the reserves first and foremost here. And you can see everyone in green here is new to the squad this season. So Evans, Alberto on there, Isaiah Rodgers. We knew he was suspended, but brought him in anyway. You can see Bradley, Dean, Johnson, and McPherson also on the IR, and then Devin Allen placed on the practice squad IR. So that is what the reserves list looks like now. Maddox coming off of that. Who knows? Maybe Nakobe Dean could come off of that for time for the playoffs. We'll see. We shall see. But let's take a look now. I've taken Albert O off, so you won't see any of those guys here. Anybody in green, as I said, new to the roster this season. So you can see all of the pieces, everybody healthy. Dickerson back. Offense good to go. Let's run all over Jonathan Gannon and these Cardinals. And then the defensive side of the ball. I wanted to just show you a little briefly here. Avonte Maddox didn't put as a starter yet because, well, I think we could be a little precautious here. Let him ease his way back into things. Don't want to see him hurt. Want to have him ready for the playoffs. But we talked about it. Would like to see him playing in the last couple of games just because, you want to get his feet wet. You want to get some continuity here with the secondary. So we'll see how much time he gets, but I am very excited to have him back. But Cunningham now doubtful, Slay out, and I will record the practice squad elevations and all of the updates there. You'll still get that show, but told you I wanted to do a live video today. Now, not going to have time for Sicko Saturday later tonight, unfortunately, but I knew this news was coming, so I thought, hey, we could do this quick. I got about 10 minutes I can do here, so love to hear your thoughts down below on this one. How you're feeling? You excited about it? Are you jumping back on board? Have you been here since day one with me? Let me know how you're feeling about this team, about this game, whatever is on your mind. I would love to hear it. But I'm pretty pumped up to get my dude Mad Maddox back in the building. Let's effing go. Finally back. Hey, man, I'm just glad he's back. It was thought that he wasn't even coming back this season. So I'd be excited about it, the fact that he's even back, getting healthy at the right time. Right at the time I try to tell him, hey, man, what do I know? So happy New Year to you coming up here soon. But hope you're doing well. Appreciate you tuning in. And we'll see how much time they put him in the kitchen there. But I would be patient there. He's going to be back for the playoffs. That's the exciting news there. Go Birds, Lil G. Appreciate you tuning in. Happy Saturday to you, Liz. Hope you had a great walk earlier. And I told you, look, I'm going to be making a video at 4 today. Everyone else not going to be able to do that Sicko Saturday, but wanted to make a live one quick with you, get some excitement in the air. I've been dealing with a pounding headache all day. Right now, my head feels like it's literally going to explode. My God, but very pumped up about this news. And Brandon Smith was the elevation, but I'll show you all that stuff in a different video with the news for the Eagles and the Cardinals, so you know everything that's going on for both squads. So that's what I'm always going to do for you guys, keep you up to date with everything going on. Go Birds, my man. 45-17, love it. So, with Maddox back, we talk about it. Ringo's been getting his reps, and he's been doing great. You talk about Bradbury struggling, using him in different areas. So I still think, you're going to have Roby, Bradbury, and you're going to have Ringo, maybe a little dabble of Ricks as well, playing there, some snaps. But I think Maddox is still a depth piece as of right now, because you don't want to get him hurt. And the fact that he's coming back this season, that's insane. But I love the fact that we at least have the opportunity to give him a little bit of time, give him, those reps. And hey, man, maybe they throw him right out there. I don't know. I have not been able to see practice. I have no idea if his pectoral is like doing great and he's perfectly good to go here. But I think they'll be precautious. You're going to hear fans crying. You're going to hear media, oh, dude, I hate everything, and just ignore it. I'm excited about this. Very pumped up. So hope you guys are having a great weekend. Got New Year's coming up here, man. Everyone looks at the Eagles as dysfunctional. It's players good and outside. Yeah, man. They just don't know what they're talking about. I don't know how many times I can say it. Hey, man, they're going to continue to be mad and not know anything about football. I'm going to continue to try to talk about football. Hey, I really appreciate that. I do indeed. But look, and I know it's probably going to be a lot of people repeating everything I've said for a lot of months now for, coming up here once we start winning. But you guys don't have to tell me everything I've been trying to tell everyone for the last few months here. I promise you, I'm still under that same exact thought process. This is why I'm trying to get everyone on board with it. I'm not one of those other content creators that jump ship because things look tough. That's never going to be me. I honestly still feel exactly how I felt. And there's a reason I break down. Now, I know not all those shows are for everyone. They don't get the most views. I know you guys don't like the behind enemy lines or the top matchups, getting to know every single thing you need to know about the game to understand what's going on with the issues. But and for those of you sickos who do watch it, you're always on point. You know exactly what's going on. Hey, look, you're telling me stuff. And it's like, exactly. It's that, that would be, I think very helpful for the media and the other content creators out there that, just throw shit at the wall and hope that it sticks. I think a firm grasp of how things work would take them a very long way. But hey, it is what it is. Season's over for them. Howie's got to be fired. Sirianni's gonna be fired. Hurts. It's insane. I really just want to talk about football, and every time I try, then everybody brings it up, and it's like, oh my God. Dude, this offense, how many times do we have to talk about it? It's got to get things going. We got to start using motion, more 12 personnel, more Alameda. We started seeing that last week. You're starting to see the things that I've literally been begging for. You've seen the defense making the changes. Now, they were doing things throughout the season, even with the side that I thought there's hope there. But with the injuries, with, all of the things that you're trying to, we talk about the continuity of the secondary. How many different effing starting secondaries have we had? So we're just talking about things, context matters. And I know a lot of times it's just easier for people to react and be pissed off all the time. And I get that, man. That is the new age thing to do. But for me, I honestly, I'm not going to be of that mindset. I can't do it. I don't know, man. And as you see everyone jumping ship, you see everyone, I will continue to say those things until everyone is repeating them. And you guys hear me say it before the offseason. I can't wait till everyone's repeating. And that's 100% what I need, baby. So let's go. I think all you need to do as a fan is be a fan of your team. If they're trash and you're one of the worst teams and you want to, hey, we're trash. That's, cool. You're trash. If this team was trash, I'd tell you that, but they're not. And you could see the issues they have are fixable. And, well, it's week 17. Yeah, man. I hate the fact that we're talking about, we got to fix these things, but there is still time and the playoffs are right there. And if we get hot right at the right time, then that, as I keep saying, let them keep sleeping. I don't know how many times I can say it. I'm trying to get everybody on board. I try to make posts every week. You guys with me? Let's go Birds. And I get about like 10 to 15 of you. And then after that, we start winning. And then everybody, it's just this Groundhog Day effect. And then it's like, hey, let me tell you. And it's like, yeah, I know, man. That's literally what I'm trying to tell you when you told me, no, okay, crazy. But you sickos, that's what it's about. So just do your best to ignore those people. Don't give them the time of day. And I hate even having to talk about it, but I know you guys bring it up every show and want to talk about that stuff. But for me, I look, for years I cared about that stuff, and I brought it up, and everybody was mad at me for calling out all those fans and that didn't know football. But now they're calling everyone out. So it's just like, okay, man. They just don't like that I'm saying it. That's the issue here. And I get it. They're offended, but hey, man, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to start getting things wrong because people are upset about it. I just am not going to do that. Someone said I'm not a real fan because I still have hope. We're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, you got to understand these new fans. They're just really not built for this. Like they're really not. They should go back to being Cowboys fans like they were before 2017. Like you have to understand that I grew up, I saw real bad teams. You're not going to watch me ever turn on the Eagles. That's just, it's a weird statement. It's weird to see how soft people are. And, you've got that Eagles Strictly account. They trash the Eagles every day. And then like today I saw a post and it was like, who's with me? Eagles are coming back. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's so crazy to watch them flip flop. They have no idea how anything works. They've never picked up a football in their lives. And you could just tell that they're just completely lost. And if you're going to be somebody like, I'm not saying you have to do that stuff to be, knowledgeable in the game. I'm just saying if you're going to claim to be an expert, you should have some kind of basic understanding. It's crazy. And then they get upset when you try to help them. Like, you guys see my comments. I mean, China, you've dubbed yourself Big Dom here because you got to deal with so much of it. And it's crazy. Like, I'm really just trying to help. Like, are you not watching the shows? You're not listening to all the things I tell you need to be fixed? No, you got to fire everyone or you're not right. And it's like that. We're not firing anyone in week 17. I'm sorry. We're not trading Hurts. Trade deadline's over, dog. You got to watch a show that actually teaches you this stuff. When is the deadline? When are what's the practice squad? Why is no one else out here? And I guess it's because no one cares about that stuff, but it's like, wouldn't you want to not look so stupid? To each their own, man. But the way these fans have given us such a bad name, you see the national media making fun of us because we attack our own players. We don't know that you're supposed to be helping your team, not hurting them when you're a home team. You're not supposed to be super loud when they're on offense. Like, this is things I taught my child when he was like 4 years old. And we've got these new fans that are biggest fans ever. Whoa, yeah, you're obviously not watching. You're watching and you're listening to somebody who knows what they're talking about. So you've got them beat. I mean, tenfold. That's the problem here. See, when these people come and then I start talking football, it's always throw a tantrum because they walk into the wrong room, dude. It's like, oh my God, this guy's actually talking about the issues. What the fuck am I going to do? And I get that, they've walked themselves into a corner, but maybe just don't come out with your chest pumping about how much you know and how much the Eagles suck and you're the best because the Cowboys are your team when the Eagles aren't winning. Like I almost didn't say it. But that's just corny. I don't get behind people like that, bro. That's weak. And I definitely don't want my team to be like that. So I'm grateful the Eagles team is not like a lot of the new fans. So that's why I tell you sickos and diehards, if it's not for you guys, I don't do this show because, it is unbearable out there. Fat SOPs, yo, dude, it's so funny. I was just talking on the show yesterday, the other day, whatever it was, but just saying, like, you could tell a lot of people never played football, a sport in general, anything where, things get a little heated on the sideline. I was one of those people. Like, I'm going to let you know when we're playing like ass, you're playing like ass. I'm going to get you not playing like ass. And sometimes it takes a little fire under your ass, man. And I was a good leader the way I, went about it. But you might think, it's scary if, you're soft and in the stands. And that's what a lot of the media and fans are. And they just, they can't ask you. I love when I see Jalen Hurts making fun of them. Like, are you guys going to ask football questions? Like, they don't know anything about football. So it's always like, what color shirt are you wearing? And then I have to post about the shirt color. And then everybody's like, I don't fucking care about a shirt color. It's like, okay, man, I understand you're offended, but like, I'm trying. Holy shit, man. You can't talk about anything Eagles or people are offended, man. And I mean, like, offended. And it's sad to see out here. Really is. But Linda, they're clowns. I'm 100% with you. 100% with you. Make a lot of our fans fair weather. Yeah, it looks bad. And lies in the sea. And that's what they do. I see, when I was on my deathbed, I created this because I wanted to die going out talking about Eagles with people that loved the Eagles, knew football or wanted to know football. That was the goal. That's what we created here. And dude, it's worse than I ever imagined because I didn't know the fan base was like this. Now, the problem is my first year, I predicted us winning the Super Bowl and then we won it. And then we just got all these new fans. So it's really hard to tell people like, oh, I've been a fan. It's like, I'm sure you have. But you can always tell. But it is terrible, Linda. I'm with you 100%. And I can't wait to have them all repeating. And I know you've been here. I know China, Liz, my man Drew's out there somewhere. We got big Jims out there. I know Patrick, Tim. A lot of you guys are tuning in. We got some new ones. Marlo tuning in. You guys are awesome. I love you. And if I forgot you, it's just because I'm a drifter. I didn't really forget you. I just trying to think of as many names as I can off the top of my head. And I think that, you guys know I'm not only like I love my team, but I'll keep it real with you. When we're playing like ass, something's going on, needs to be fixed, we'll talk about it. But I'm also going to tell you when I think it's funny that people are jumping ship, and I don't care that offends people. Like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, it's embarrassing that you want to fire Howie, Nick Sirianni, like how good they are. Like, that's really dumb, man. And there's nothing I can do. Like, I'm not a jerk because of it. That's just a fact. It's a fact, and I can't do anything for those people. So, and it's bad, man. They just jump off and on, and you get your Seth Joyners who think that the NFL is still 30 years ago and just lost at sea, man. No clue what's going on. You got blitz every play, and everybody sucks, and I hate everything. And it's like, holy, like, and you guys remember that one week where he became an Eagles fan, and he was like, oh, this team's so good. And I was like, holy shit, what is happening? And everybody's like, he's always an Eagles fan. And then, like, the next day, he was like, I effing hate the Eagles. I was like, yeah, dude, okay. Let's just keep those people over there. And look, let them stay in the corner because they put themselves there. That's literally where they put themselves. And we've been trying, right? I know you sickos are out here spreading the good word, the gospel, letting them know the Eagles. Dude, we're here to start the show, and they're going to find out in the playoffs. Don't worry, man. This team, led by Jalen Hurts, night. Don't blame AJ. Oh, I love the fact that he's not talking to him. The fact that they're offended makes it even better for me. The content creators, the fact that AJ just dusted all of them like that. That's awesome. Here we go again, trying to scare away good players. Like these new fans do that well. And Jalen Hurts, they tried that for years. Now it's AJ Brown. They did Covey, and it's everybody. They hate everyone. And look, it's not until we win the Super Bowl will they actually be fans of the Eagles. So that's called a bandwagon fan. A closet fan only comes out when the Eagles are winning. They're fake as shit, and no one likes them. We don't care. Go Birds. Dude, they really are. And say it. The bitches, they are. And I'm sorry, YouTube, if that offends you, but I've a couple have slipped here, and I apologize to anybody watching gets offended about that. That really annoys me how much they hate us. But you guys have taken me way further than I was supposed to go, so I'm sure my family's just patiently waiting for me. Yo, my man, Patrick in the building. Just gave you a shout out a minute ago. Go Birds. Hope you guys are all having a great weekend. Hope you're ready for this New Year's. I'm going to be posting the elevations for both teams with the updated depth charts for both of them. You'll see what's going on, who's out questionable for both these teams. So, appreciate you tuning in. Weirdly enough, my head's feeling a little bit better. It's still a little fuzzy, but it was pounding when I came on here. So I appreciate you guys. I really do. Love to see that love being shared down here. And I talked about that on Monday. They blitz us the most of any team. And we talked about it the week leading up to it. Wink Martindale is going to blitz more than anyone because that's what he does. And every time Seth Joyner, I'm glad you brought this up. Every time Seth Joyner talks about blitzing every play. That's how a defense works in the NFL. You got to blitz every play. You'll get effing destroyed by Patrick Mahomes, quarterback. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Really wish he would start hitting the tapes. But, you see a team like the Giants, they blitz the most in the NFL, and we talk about it. They suck, and they're like last in the league in sacks. So I wish people would really learn what's going on before, they just go with these narratives because, yeah, they did blitz us. Now, one of the things I didn't like about that, was the fact that Jalen Hurts was phenomenal as usual, but we're not like helping him still. And you guys have heard me ask for it, giving him the hot reads. Where are these hot routes built into these plays where, oh, the blitz is coming. Okay. So I've got a screen, in my playbook. We know that. Okay. We know you got screens, but maybe open it up some more different screens. Even I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point, and I don't want to be. I'm not negative. You guys know, if anything, I'm the most positive there is, but I keep it real. I'm going to talk about what the issues are, but I'm going to talk about. Sorry, I just went right to my phone. I was like, whatever, dude. I'm not playing this game. Like, I get it. Trust me, YouTube, Twitter, I know you assholes. You spend every second you can trying to hold me back. Go F yourselves. Don't care. You ain't stopping me, man. And look, they stay in the closet. All of them, dude. They're going to hate me forever. And I hope they do, because I hope I don't ever want to be in the same category with people like that. Ever. I don't. And I love the fact that I grew up and my grandfather, father, my brother, they taught me what it was like to be a diehard fan. And I love meeting more diehards. I love being out, dude. I'd be in another state. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be at a funeral, dude. Go Birds, and it's go Birds like that. That to me, man, the real fans, nothing better. So now these fake fans give us a bad name and the media is going to run with it. And whatever, man, they just need to go back to saying Hurts needs to be traded. Howie fired. They just don't know what's going on. Yo, man, appreciate you, William. Hope you're having a great holiday. That's right. Yo, right? You guys got me all pumped up. That's exactly what it is, China. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. And you really are family. You guys don't understand it. I don't think you do. And sometimes when I come in here, cranky Chris and the gang, but I always try to show love to you sickos. Look, China is probably the one person that really sees. She's always in those comments, and I love you for it. But it's just nonstop. Negative. Just everywhere. I hate the Eagles. They're the worst team ever. I hate them. And then like the next week, that person will be back and they're going to tell me how they told me the Eagles are the best team ever. And I honestly feel like I'm like, dog, I got enough going on in life. Like, I don't need you whining. Like, if you want to talk football and tell me why you think that Jalen Hurts needs to be traded, please just tell me why. Break it down, and then I'm going to break down to you why I don't think he should be. And don't get offended when I tell you the facts, because that's what happens every time. And it's like, dude, this is for, like, look at you guys. Like, I want to know what's going on in your lives. I want to know, like, your families. I care about you guys. Like, I really do. You're family to me. And then you get these people who just come in with pure hate. And it's like, dog, that's your choice. I grew up differently. Like, I'm much nicer now than I am today. But back in my day, I just knock you out. Like, and these kids today have social media. So it's, I'm the devil's gear. It's like, hey, bro, like, even with this disease, I guarantee you wouldn't come up to me at the link. And one person found that out from that East Coast Gridiron, that Vic kid. I mean, look, bro, I don't play. I'm not a child. I got one shot at life, almost lost it. So clock's ticking for me. I'm going to spend these last years kicking some ass, enjoying my life, and doing it with my fellow sickos. And that's what this is all about. That's what On the Road to Victory is. And just happens to be a lot of awesome football stuff in there too. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's more than just football, but you get more football here than you would anywhere else. So it's like, hey, it's not for everybody. I know not everybody wants to talk about mental health and caring about people. And, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I understand how the world is today, but that's why I created this, for the people that do want stuff like this, who do want to know football, who do know football and want to talk football, who just want to have a good time. Like, that's all I want, man. And it's crazy that people hate that. Hey, love it. Yeah, I just was at my sister's finding some old stuff, man. It's always nice to get some throwbacks. And I actually found, I want to hang it up, but my flag. Oh yeah, from January 2018, Eagles, Falcons. We're going to hang that bad boy up. Old Julio, Jalen Mills. Always remember that play. What a year. You guys remember that? If you were here, most of you probably weren't, but I was really sick. I just almost died. And my doctor was like, yeah, you can't be doing anything. You got to be at home. Like, I had to fight them to send me home after being in the hospital for a month. And that I was like, yeah, not going anywhere. Definitely not going anywhere. Yeah. So I go to one of the most cold games I've ever effing been to, dude. And I thought I was going to die. Like, I had like 8 layers on because it really wasn't good for me, but that's my dedication, man. And, you guys remember the story? I called in, I never watched or listened to those stations or anything. And my brother was listening on the truck and I couldn't stand it. I'm like, these people are morons, dude. Like, how do you do this? So I was like, let me call in. So I called in and Mike Missinelli told me how the Eagles sucked and could never get past the Falcons or the first round. And even if they did, the Vikings. And I broke down to him how I predicted we would win the Super Bowl. And I talked about it, with Nick Foles. And dude, I broke it all down and he laughed and he hung up on me because he got offended because I said, well, you're not giving me any facts. Like, these people that don't know football, they run into a brick wall with me. And I'll never forget it. When we won the Super Bowl, I went back to him, like Miss Nelly, and I asked him, hey, man, do you want to apologize now for hanging up on me because you were offended that you didn't know football? and he threw the biggest tantrum. It was one of my favorite things. Like, I'll always remember that. So, body bagging everyone in my first year, that's what gave me the, it was like, oh, I'm going to keep going. Breaking down how we would win the Super Bowl was our first ever. That's something I'm never going to forget, obviously. And, I've done pretty well since, getting every single draft pick that we make, the first pick. Hurts how hey, all of the effing free agents and trades we make. Speaking of mental health, vote for Landon. Yeah, you guys better get your asses out there. And I hope you guys saw that video. You guys want to know one of my sources? I mean, you guys know. If you're a sicko, you know who one of them is. But it's Lane Johnson's right-hand man. And you see throughout that video, he's a true gem, man. And I'm sure a lot of you guys were familiar with him. If you are familiar with the show, you're like, wait a damn minute. That's my dude. Built a great friendship with him. He's a great man. And trust me, I know mental health isn't for everybody. And I know people only care most of the time when it benefits them. The selective outrage out there. Trust me, I get it. I see the fans that care so much. Then they're making fun of people's appearance. They're making fun of, trust me, I truly actually care about people. So on this channel, we keep it real. And I'm going to keep it real with you no matter what. That's just who I've always been. I'm different. I don't care. I actually prefer it that way. So look, you guys ever need a friend, I say it every show because I mean it. I love you guys, and I've been to hell and back. Don't ever go through things alone, seriously. And you might have people, but it's not always the same. I had people, but whether those people had done something to you or you're just holding on to something, you just feel like they wouldn't understand something. You put yourself in a bind where you feel like you're alone. Don't do that, because I've done that and done very bad things to myself because of it. So look, man, I'm not trying to preach to you guys. I love you, and I want you to know you got a friend if you ever need one. Seriously, man, I mean it. Not trying to preach to you. Just hate where this world is headed. And look, it's always been a shit show, but we got to stand together, man. They are very divisive. They get us. And I always talk about, politics. People worship old dudes and, oh, tell me what you want, gray balls. Like, that's cool if that's your thing. For me, the only thing in life that I like, pitting against each other is football, because it's football. It's a game. I'm not going to, harm you because of it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the weirdo stuff, obviously with the right and the left. And, if you identify as directions, you got to hate people this way, that way, this color, that guy. I'm not like, I can't do that. I've always been a free spirit, just not for me, man. And if that's for you, you like being told what to do not get upset with me. It's just always how I've been. And I know people get rubbed the wrong way, but dude, Dad didn't call me free spirit for nothing, baby. And let's go, Jim, my man. You got a shout out earlier in this video. Look, you guys get me drifting every damn time, and I love you for it. But I love that you do that. Seriously, I can't thank you enough, because it's like, I try. Like, all right, man. Like, why don't you just talk football? You don't need to tell me, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, yeah, sure, dude. Well, why don't you show me all the things you've gotten right and all the things you analyze and predict? Please. I mean, you could show me Adam Schefter. You could show me anyone from the NFL. Not one of them is going to compare. And that's not me being a dick. That's just a fact. So you can come tell me whatever you want, but you better bring some kind of context with you, or you're going to get taken to the woodshed. So, and China, you're a true trooper out there, dude. I cannot thank you enough for it. But it was awesome, and I can watch it every day. Yo, I'm glad you enjoy that. If you really want the full thing, and you get a couple comments, people are like, this was stage, I'm offended. And I try to help them. I say, hey, I understand you have trouble at, reading at a kindergarten level, but the pinned tweet right at the top shows the full video from the live stream of that draft. So if you want to see the whole draft and hear me talking about, well, hell, you could go back the entire offseason, talk about why the Eagles are going to get Jalen Carter. And then you can see me talking about it, hoping that he keeps falling, and then he falls. And then you can see as it starts coming. Now, you can only make those shorts a minute long. So I had to take off some of the beginning and then some of the end, because after you hear we're effing getting him, let's go. I jump up. I run like out, I think, into the kitchen, run out front. And then I like ran out back, was like running outside. Dude, you can like hear me. Then I come back in, and then I'm making it, because it was my first ever like live stream of a draft, but had a great time, man. And I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. That is my most viewed video ever. Has over 43,000 views, dude. That is insane to me. Like, my top 10 videos are all over 10,000 now. So that was a pretty cool feat for me. I was like, oh, that's what's up. But that one just keeps growing. I'm like, people are still watching this video. That to me is too funny. And if you're wondering what he's talking about, it's just it's on my shorts list. If you go to that shorts, and it's just me reacting to the Jalen Carter. You guys all know that's who I wanted. And I'm still pretty excited about it. I'm not going to lie to you. And you know I'm all about being that underdog. So, as I'll keep saying, let them keep sleeping. I expect everyone to be on board this Monday, okay? Train's leaving the station. I can only hold it for so long, man. Want to see the Lions because the strength schedule? No. We need the Cowboys to beat the Lions tonight or the Lions to lose the next week if we want the 1 seed. That's why I was telling you guys last night we want the Lions to win this one, but more so tie. If the Lions and Cowboys tie here, that really gives us a nice advantage in the NFC East, just in case anything were to happen. But if the Eagles just handle business, win 2 games, then things become easier. So let's just say they win those 2 games. You need the Lions to lose one of those to get, and the Niners to get that 1 seed. And the same for the 2 seed, you would need the Lions to lose one of those. If we have the same right now, if you look, we're in front of them, but because of the last 2 opponents, strength of schedule, but to simplify it for you, we need them. And I'll never say that I want that other team to win, but it will benefit us if the Lions lose or tie. So I'm rooting for a tie here, beat the hell out of each other. That's what I'm all about here. I think I just skipped you. Sorry about that. Stressing about my sister earlier this week. Oh, man. Hey, look, I just want to let you know that I'm beyond proud of you. Really glad to hear. I was asking earlier and last night, I don't know that you hopped in, but I was throwing a shout out to you guys. I hope, everybody's doing well. I know a lot of you got a lot going on here with family, yourselves. And that's why I say about reaching out and stuff, dude, because my life, it just never stops with that stuff. So really happy to hear that, things are maybe heading in the right direction for you. Mentally wise, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with them. Hopefully things are getting better, but I know what that kind of stress and that kind of stuff can do. I still don't believe to this day how long it's been that like something will happen and I don't like even think about that. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It'll come for you. I promise you. But it's just part of something we've done to ourselves where, they gave us that drug and they put it on every corner because it's the deadliest for a reason. And it seeps inside of you and it just controls every move. So it's the deadliest to come off of too. So it's worse than heroin. Like if you quit cold turkey, dude, you're going to have withdrawal worse than anybody ever does on heroin. And trust me, I can attest to it. And it's never good. So you going through that, fighting through that and fighting through those urges, trust me, because I know they'll get you because life sucks a lot of the time. And it's easier just to quit and easier to say, I don't want to be me anymore. I want to drift off into a different reality. Now, I tell you guys, maybe you got some pains, you got some stress, you got something, try cannabis. There are natural things of this earth that, we're placed here from, God, mother nature, whatever you want to believe. I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm just saying, there are natural things that can help you out in this life. And, there are things that they created to make it harder for you. And that's one of those things. And I'm glad you chose not to. And that's the greatest part. You always have a choice. And you realized that and you went ahead and you made that choice. So let's go. A big round of applause. Dude, 10 months here, going on 12. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it up, Liz. Proud of you. Seriously, that is no easy task. And seriously, like I've known people that have gone like 15 years in relapse. I know people that will go a day and it doesn't matter, man. You just got to stay strong. And I know you're a strong person and we all go through stuff, but sometimes it's helpful if we have someone to talk to. That's why I always say that stuff. Not trying to preach to you guys, just want you guys to understand that I love you and I'm here for you. So look, and love to see that love being shared. We are definitely proud of you. And look, I'm not trying to judge any of you if you drink or use heroin or crack or whatever. We all go through stuff, and they put those things there to get us, and we all get caught by. We all have our own things, because food, coffee, shopping for women, I know, or men, whatever. I know a lot of things can get people. It's just watch out for those ones that can instantly kill you, and obviously alcohol and heroin, things like that kill you. So just saying, I'm not trying to judge you. If you're going through things, maybe you want to stop. Maybe you are sick of escaping reality. Always here for you. Trust me. I used to live my life drinking every day. Couldn't handle life. I know exactly how that is. And it's no way to live, man. So I'm always here for you guys. And no, thank you on that. But a little Jack here will help you when you're feeling like a bear. Ooh, I like that one. Look, and I've been struggling for 7 years with 10 surgery, and it's the only thing that helps. Cannabis was something I talk with my doctors and something we learned a lot about. And I'd obviously like smoked growing up and doing stuff like that. But what were the actual benefits of it? Now, I got the perfect disease. All of the pills they give to, Americans will say, they obviously try to give it to the world, but all of the stuff they make, is a detriment to our bodies. It tries to, all the Tylenol, all the things they give you it's attacking your liver. It's killing you in some other way. So down the road, you're going to need them more. So, it was, look, they try to give me 9 prescriptions. And I said, well, this is going to make me like this. This is going to do this. Why would I want to do that, dude? Like, why would I want to do that? I'll just go cold turkey. And they're like, well, you're just going to be in pain all the time. And you're going to, I said, well, what about cannabis? Then they're, oh, well, it's illegal. And I said, well, I'm not a bitch, dude. You have to understand that I've never lived my life bowing down to anyone. And if anybody does, it's not to offend you. I don't identify as a direction, none of that stuff. I just really think that for me, I'm my own man, dude. I like living, and you're not going to tell me how to live, dude. And I told him, look, if this is going to save my life, I truly don't give a shit about your feelings. Like, if you're offended and you're turning into a tiny little bitch, that doesn't bother me. My life is more important than you being a tiny wiener, So I think it got across to him, and hey, let's try it out. And weirdly enough, got healthier than they ever could have imagined. And oh, wait, why don't you have to keep coming back to us? Well, no, too bad for you, douchebags, because I'm not playing the game. I'm not helping that wheel keep spinning, man. I'm not doing it. So very proud. Be proud of yourself, seriously, because exactly, it just makes everything worse. It doesn't fix anything. It just prolongs the inevitable. That's truly what it just made my life hell. So exactly what it is. Don't have to kid yourself anymore. Don't let those stupid commercials. The man is out to get you. I promise you. And that is their strongest drug against humanity. That is how they dumb everyone down and keep them obedient. And I had to find that out. And when I finally stopped, it was like, oh shit, dude. Like, this is what's going on. It's like being in those movies. If you've ever read 1984, man, like, stop taking the pill, dude. Just stop taking it. Wake up. And that's right, my friend. And you guys ever want to learn anything about that, the endocannabinoid system, anything like that, that's already in you, man. Like, it is a part of our bodies, and I will happily help you guys. I've made friends with guys like Ricky Williams because of this. A big reason why I talked with Gabe and talking about how these players want to use cannabis to help rather than all the pills they try to give them. So, hey, man, you talk about big booze, big pharma, these people that just profit off of the demise. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I give a shit about them. I don't, man. Yeah, man. I've been an outlaw my whole life. I'm sorry. I just never got down with being a little bitch. I never have, dude. And everyone knows I'm Jimmy Effin Smith, and I earned that name. I was getting a certificate. Yeah, let's go. You guys all know I'm a very avid supporter. Try not to shove anything down your throats. But look, if you're looking to save your lives, get some help, you need some kind of medicine. It's the only natural medicine that's out there. And some of us have diseases. Some of us have depression, anxiety, all of the above. So things like that help. I mean, yeah, we need help sometimes. That's okay. But what we don't need is them giving us hard drugs that kill us. That's the complete opposite of what we need. You know what I mean? So I'll be right there. I love you guys. But yeah, they have to. And they do big time, man. You saw when they tricked everyone into spreading their Trump virus. That was the biggest trick they pulled. And I remember trying to warn people, bro, they're telling you it's not real, so that they're putting stock into all these vaccines. And you saw Trump and all his cronies, they made so much money off of tricking all of their sheep and then killed millions. It was just like, I saw it coming. I tried to warn everyone before it came. And well, here we are. And you still see people spreading it, dropping like flies, following their cult. And it's, and hey, reach out, Patrick. It saved my life. So always here for you guys. But I love you guys, and you ever need help, and look, I will help you regardless. You might not need that. You might need church. You might need a counselor. I don't know. We all have different stories. We're different people. We need different things to help. So as I always tell you, I'm not a preacher. I'm not any kind of counselor. I'm just here telling you I've been to hell and back, literally, and I literally just want to help you. All of you. I want to show you that I truly care and I'm here for you. So keep tuning in. I love every second of it. Tobacco company put over 600. Yeah, that'll get you. But I already mentioned that stuff, like the tobacco, the coffee, the food. They poison all of that stuff for you. But I'm talking about the deadly ones. I'm talking about the ones that kill you on the spot, like alcohol. Now, you can sit here and smoke 37 cigarettes back to back. Now, maybe you might mess up, but nobody does that. Now, alcohol, I've obviously lost 3 of my best friends to alcohol. I know it kills you, and it kills more than any drug in the world. So that's why I focus on those ones. Yeah, there's bad stuff everywhere. I mean, we could talk about all the bad stuff in the world someday you guys want to, but I'm just focusing on the ones that murder people. Like, literally, that's what they're doing. They're just killing us. 7 months in Philly hospital, and they had me in 13. Those son of a bitches. And that's what I'm talking about. They tried to put me on 9, and I was like, dog, I got cirrhosis of the liver. You're trying to kill me, man. Like, I know what you're doing. You want me to come back here, need you. And they don't like it, man, because I don't have to. Now I get sick and stuff, but I can't take anything. I literally, dude, if I'm having, it feels like someone just shoved a samurai sword in me. Oh, a little gummy there. Oh, I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't. There's so many things where it's literally like taking a Tylenol for me. So reach out, man. Love to talk to you about that stuff. Can't smoke so they're literally cancer 60. Yes, they are. And look, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of bad in the world. I mean, TV can get you. I mean, there is a lot of addictive things in this world. And, the food, don't even get me started on the food. They poison us in every way, shape, or form. But you guys, why don't you save this kind of stuff for a Fan Friday? I mean, Avonte Maddox is back. I love you guys. But I'm going to try to put together that injury thing. I don't know if it's going to happen now. The practice squad elevations. Maybe I'll just give you that info tomorrow because you've already seen it's Brandon Smith. You already know that. Maybe I'll give you the Cardinals. I'm not sure, but I got to get rolling here. I love talking with you guys. Don't ever think I'm trying to cut you off, but got to get rolling. I love you all. Hope you're having a great end to your year here. Let's go. And they sure are, man. That is what America is all about. But hey, man, Wheels, it's been a tough 7 years for me too, man. And it's always nice making a new friend. So just know I'm here for you, man. And if you're ever going through anything, seriously, because I need to tell myself that too, to reach out to people, because I go through stuff and I just want to hold it all in. Don't do that. Don't do that. I love all of you guys. I just want to be here for you. Know that. But I got to get going. So I will try to put that out. If it doesn't come out, you'll see me tomorrow for the pregame show. A very happy new year to you, my man. Appreciate you tuning in. And hey, really appreciate that. I love each and every one of you. And you guys really got me down this rabbit hole today. And if you know me, you start saying that stuff, I'm going to go off because I'm very, very strongly opinionated about that stuff. And I definitely am a man of the people, for the people, and will always be what is right for the human beings rather than for only the rich. So it's always going to be me. I know that's going to offend most of the world. I love every second of that, though. I've always stood against those people. And I understand it's going to make my life harder. I'm okay with it. I love being the Mad Max of the world. I don't care, man. I want to stand up to it. Let's go, baby. But you all keep tuning in, and I'll keep fighting, man. But look, tomorrow you will get the pregame show. We'll be getting rowdy around 11:45. Then I'll be back for the postgame. I'm not sure if I'll be able to record that video. If I can, I'll get it out tonight. We shall see. But until next time, whenever that may be, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to the Rabbit Hole. Oh, no, victory. Appreciate you all. I hope you're having a great weekend. If I don't see you, have yourselves a very happy new year. Stay safe. If you live close, give me a call. You need a ride. Hell, you don't live close. Call me. I'll call you an Uber, wherever the hell you are. I love each and every one of you. Want to see you guys successful and happy in this life. That's how we should all want to see it. We only got one shot at this. Let's make it a good one. So end this year right. Let's head into the new one, kicking some ass, and we hope that the Eagles are doing the same. But I hope you guys all have yourselves a great weekend. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now, go Birds!